There is already this notion of it's difficult to meet partners in Canada. So what do you guys think?
But if you're above 25 and you're coming to a country, you've made friends before, you know the type of people you want in your circle.
Yes.
Getting your finances in order is one way to keep your mental health in check. As an international student, you don't understand the difference between your friends and your contacts.
What do you guys think? Online dating apps?
Your circle would determine a lot here. If you don't marry in Nigeria, don't limit yourself from relocating because you want to marry.
Not enough.
If not, it's not enough.
What are your advices for balancing school and work?
But if you're the lazy type that you're waiting for your final exam, I'm sorry, you're going back home.
Do you guys think people can still meet their partners online? Also, if you can, get friends within your program because it also goes a long way.
We embraced taking feedback and correction from each other. It really helped. But trust me, it saved us in so many areas, including financially. You need people that can see you going off track and say, what are you doing?
But what's our friendship like off camera?
I like online dating. For me, it's fun because like we do the get to know, talk. If the conversation dies, you were good emotional support while it lasted.
One thing that helped us was that I feel we're like three different people at the same phase of life.
Yes. So what are your last words?
Just tell people, all those Yemisi's noise-free videos, she used to harass us. She used to harass us. Say, hey, no photo. I'm filming.
Okay. Are you guys chilled?
You know that we've loaded our belly now. So.
Out of our belly shall
flowing back of living water. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yemisi and with me I have my friends. We're going to be having a friendship tag, and in this video we'll be answering some of the questions that you guys have been asking. For the longest time you've asked for these two people because you've been hearing their names a lot of times. Old subscribers can relate to whatever I'm saying right now. I'm going to introduce themselves quickly and I'll ask all the questions that you guys need to know. Okay, so let's start with David.
You already got my name. My name is David. I'm a graduate student at the University of Saskatchewan. I'm here as an international student. I'm friends with Yemisi.
What are you studying?
Masters of Public Administration.
Yeah.
Hi guys! My name is Uju. You've seen me before. Yemisi's friend, 711 gang, international students, USACs, and like you all know, we're all doing the same course.
They don't know, but interestingly,
really? We're all
interestingly, we are studying the same course. A fun fact: we lived together for a year, right? How did we meet?
It was David.
Who is going first?
David was the connector.
Yeah,
but
David connected.
Nairaland was like the common place where all like 3 individuals on Nairaland looking for information to like support our, I think, visa process. And I think I shared my IELTS result on Nairaland to like encourage people that they didn't have to prepare for too long to pass. And then this boy sent me a mail. And really, I don't have to reply those type of mails though. I just say let me answer. I don't know. Maybe I was in a good mood that day. I answered him. And I don't even know what we were talking about, but he now said, there's someone else. And somehow we formed a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I created a WhatsApp group and posted on Nairaland.
Yes.
A lot of people joined. Yourself, both Mama.
I didn't join at first though. I guess you people had your group thing going on before I now connected with you.
Group.
Yeah, that I created USACs group. People from different departments joined. And then it was from the group that we now singled out people in NPA program.
Yes, and created a new Exactly. But I want us to talk about how we really met, because the way you and Uju met is different from the way I met you and different from the way 3 of us now met ourselves.
Okay, I think
so I don't know who first met before. Is it you guys first or both of us?
I first met with Uju because of her IELTS. And I wanted to write IELTS at that point. Then I talked to her. She recommended some resources for me to prepare. Then after I did my IELTS, you now reached out to me. I remember it was about IELTS.
No. So how is that how you met Uju? Through IELTS, right? My own is very funny. So I posted on Nairaland, and that's why I keep telling people to go on Nairaland, ask questions, because you never can tell. Like, you can meet different people there, whether going to your school or going for your program, or people that you can be friends with in the nearest future. So I posted that day and I was asking for questions related to University of Saskatchewan and especially for our program. Like 2 people sent me an email and I was very reluctant because David appeared too nice to be true, and I was thinking on this internet, you know. And it was very funny because I now told them that was when I was having issues with paying my IELTS, and for 2 days I was not able to pay it, only for this guy to tell me, we've never met before, send me your details. Hey, on Ireland, like on Obasanjo's internet. So he paid for it, and I was telling him to send me the screenshots that I cannot believe. So please. So when I now saw the screenshots, I didn't see the account balance. My housemate now told me, somebody paid for you without seeing you. You have to credit the person back. And then I just did it in faith, and that's how we met anyway. Very funny, but there you have it. Oh my God.
How did we, 3 of us, now create that group?
So it was David. David was our common ground for
David, yes.
Now told us about, and then we realized that we're coming to Canada the same period, and we didn't even think of living together at first.
Yeah, we did.
Because our visa didn't come out. Yes, it was more of me and you living together, and then somehow our house was vacant,
and then I was denied.
Yes, and then somehow you joined us, and that's how.
Not denied.
Preacher. So how did we live together? I think we've answered that one already. So what's our friendship like? Because a lot of times people hear Uju and David. But what's our friendship like off camera? What is that? It's very easy now. Our friendship is like family, like we act like we
I think we're more than friends. But at the same time we're 3 very different people.
Yes,
we're 3 very different people, but we have common ground. I think we're like family.
I think that was what helped us. So when we were coming, we just realized that we did not have anybody in Canada, so we just held ourselves together,
especially in Saskatchewan. Yes, we're coming to meet.
Exactly. So it's
like, okay, at least there are these people that we've been talking before we even got visa, right? So let's just make the most of it.
Another thing that helped us was that I feel we're like 3 different people at the same phase of life.
Yes,
that's a good way. 3 different people
at the same phase of life. Yes.
Just we're working together.
Yes, 3 musketeers. So this next question, for those that do not know, we are currently not living together anymore because life has happened. Career progression, growth has happened.
They left me.
Please.
They abandoned me.
So what do you like and don't like about us living together? I think we should start on what we like, or maybe we should start on what we don't like.
No,
which
what
one?
We like.
Okay, what we like.
First one, it's so expensive living alone.
Yes.
When we're living together, I don't think we used to spend up to $100 on groceries a month each.
Yeah.
You know, and it will still roll over. But now, living alone,
it's actually not easy.
It's not easy. And then we did pretty much everything together. That is hard to now like do things
in isolation. Yes.
Right? So I think
it's difficult not to have someone make a choice of what to eat for you.
Everybody will speak to the one that pays them. This one our food. But yes, I think a lot of things, but I think what helped us so far is the fact that we left ourselves towards the end of our program. Like when we already stabilized in a way, it was good that we had ourselves when we needed that, stabilization, like our settlement phase. So what don't we like about living together? I don't really think there's anything. I miss everything. Barging into people's rooms and just being a nuisance. And then Uju cooking for us, David, as in we just had that bond. The funny thing is that everybody, both in our program and even in Saskatchewan, everybody just sees us as a family. They don't see us as individuals. That's very good.
I think we were friends before we came.
Actually, I'm not sure people really know that.
And I don't think we really had any conflicts. The thing is, we are very different, but we just understand that we need maturity and everything to resolve issues. So our conflict resolution was on point.
Was top notch.
True. We didn't used to quarrel.
Yeah. So we are not saying anything we don't like about living. Yeah, because we don't really have.
No, maybe the only thing I don't miss or I didn't like about living together was having to shovel snow.
But that's even because of the house, not because of like we, right? I don't think there was anything that we didn't like about ourselves.
I didn't like something.
Okay, what?
You guys making videos of me when I'm shoving this now.
Nah.
But that
posting that you guys see that I think it's a big ball, but this one doesn't believe it.
But didn't I make video of all of us? I was also shoveling snow. Anyway, that's one of our inside gist. So another question, and I think is similar to the first one. What do you miss about us not living together? I'll say a lot of things. So I think grocery cost, like now I spend a lot on my groceries. There's just this bond that we have.
I think for me, it's like when we're living together, I had people to care for. You know, that
care for and be cared for.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So like when I got COVID, they all got COVID.
Can you imagine? Is that would you practically get? Oh yeah, thank God you are hearing from the horse's mouth. She gave us COVID.
And like when someone is sick, the other people just take care of the person.
Yeah.
I don't know how to cook in small quantity. Now I really miss having people that actually eat the food that I make. You know?
Yeah.
She literally taught me how to cook.
Oh,
that's true.
My apprentice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was one of my fears coming to Canada, but she helped with that. She taught me how to cook. And she also kept me in check.
Yeah. Okay, so on a scale of 10, rate our time living together. It's more than 10.
It's more than 10.
It's more than 10. No.
Let me just tell people, all those Yemisi's noise-free videos, she used to harass us. She used to harass us. Say, hey, no phone shooting.
No phone shooting.
I'm filming. Would you? She used to promote.
Please, I need serenity. No noise is allowed. It's not harassment now, but it was just me trying to keep you guys in check. Oh my God. And then I miss the fact that we can just do random videos of ourselves. These people will take pictures when I'm sleeping and show me when I'm awake. Like
when you are sleeping, when you're supposed to be in class.
Oh my God, COVID Zoom class.
Laptop on the tire, somebody has slept.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and then when we are doing meat prep, our meat prep days were always so much fun.
Yes, so we're trying to cut me. David is our butcher.
Our butcher.
Okay, so what's that thing you think people don't know about us? Can be good and bad.
I think people never knew we didn't know before coming to Canada.
Yes, that was valid. I think people don't know that we are crazy clowns. People don't know. People think we are normal. And then the fact that we support ourselves a lot, like we are each other's strengths where we are weak and all of that.
Yeah,
we plan our growth together.
To be abnormal around people you're comfortable.
Yes. So now everyone now knows that we lived together. We currently studied the same program together. So we basically, like, you know, we've been together through all our career path, like since we met. So what are your advices for balancing school and work?
Do what works for you. Don't take on so much work that you can't handle and balance with school. At the end of the day, just remember that the reason why you're here in the first place is
study first.
Yeah. And if anything happens to your study, your status here is compromised. So you don't want to be surprised by RSCC. So that's what I have to say.
What about you?
And I'll say pick a course that you like or that you know you can do.
Yes.
Because like there are people that did public administration in their bachelor's that are struggling with it on the master's level here because it's a different system of education. Don't just get caught up in I want to travel, I want to Japan, and I'll just take any course. When you come, you will struggle. As in you cry hot tears. And again, please no, just as they've said, pick a course that you can, you know, run with when you get here, but also try to not overwork yourself. Don't be too focused on money, to be honest, because you still have your other life, you have school work, and like they all said, don't allow anything suffer. But try to you balance it. In short, you'll be fine. And I think you need good friends. You need people that,
oh my God, we need to talk about it. You
need people that can see you going off track and say, what are you doing? Your circle would determine a lot here. If all your friends are hustling 100 hours, you will be tempted to hustle 100 hours. But if you're in a circle where like, oh, school is priority, you are not going over your budget, like sometimes even shopping, one of us can go shopping and buy something, the other person will say go and drop it.
Yes.
So I think that maybe because we embraced taking feedback and correction from each other, it really helped. But trust me, it saved us in so many areas, including financially. And I always say that if you plan your school well, your minimum wage job will take care of your basics.
Yes.
The time in school is not the time to buy designer.
Absolutely.
It's just the time to take care of your basics for just that 1 to 2 years, and after that, like, things definitely get better and you can live la vida loca.
I don't think anybody really cares much about how you're dressed.
Do you get? Yes, nobody cares. That's
about
true.
how you look. Nobody cares the type of car you drive. Keep yourself out of debt as a student.
Yes.
So getting your finances in order is one way to keep your mental health in check as an international student. You don't want to be thinking about study and at the same time thinking about due bills that you can't even afford at that time.
Yeah, also I think you should have good friends. It really worked for us because not only are we friends, we also studied the same program, so it was easy. David can be at home or you be at home, somebody would have checked the assignment and tried to like come up to speed to something. So when the next person is coming back to join the other squad, you can get a brief from somebody, so it's not like you're starting from the scratch. So it's better, I would say, yes, get friends, get community, but also if you can, get friends within your program, because it also goes a long way. So the next one, which is that is what are your advices for tests and exams? So I think this one is speaking to like how do you prepare for exams and tests, or how do you pass in your exam and test, because of course it's different from the system back home. What happened?
No, I just remember
What? Oh, that question. I go rough out.
Well, I think for us it's very different. Truth is that most of our courses were online.
Yes, we started.
Yeah, it's only this semester that I think we've started doing like
physical
in-person classes, and a lot of those in-person classes still have a virtual option.
Yeah.
So our exams were assignments, but there's heavy academic integrity expectation.
Yes. So
what I would just say is that if you have to do your in-person exam, prepare, go for your exam, do all the talking and consultation before you go for the exam. The same thing applies to a virtual exam. When you are giving a virtual exam, they expect you to do it as an in-person exam. So before you log in to start that exam, make sure you have clarified all the concepts that you want to clarify, and use original thoughts, because like now sometimes somebody may have explained something to you, right, and you open your exam portal and see that is the thing that came out. Don't go and write it in the way that person told you, because the person is going to put it down in their own, that is their original thought. You are just lucky that it was what you discussed that showed up. So always put at the back of your mind that even though someone is teaching you, maybe you are taking tutorials with someone in your class, or someone in your class explaining something to you, always write your original thought in anything, because the universities have systems that automatically proofread and flag all these things, and you may find yourself in a situation that like you didn't plan to be, and it's not a funny process at all.
Academic integrity, face the panel, go through all of those processes.
You may even have to redo the course, and like if you face the panel and the panel says that you did what you did and you are not remorseful, you lose your status. Like that's because your school will withdraw your admission.
So bottom line, just make an honest attempt at your questions, and then pay attention to those little tasks they give you. They make up the
grades.
That's what I wanted to say. It's actually not rocket science like that, because like there's always marks allocated for every assignment, and most of the time when you do assignments well, maybe 40 marks for exam. So it's like
so I think it's very easy to be a student abroad. So when people tell you that the school system here is easier back home, what they basically mean is that it's very easy to accumulate those marks that will make you an A student, right? But if you're the lazy type that you're waiting for your final exam, I'm sorry, you're going back home.
That's me. You didn't even say you repeat the course.
That's it. Pay attention to little assessments.
Yes. So what's your advice on making good friends or having a good circle? I think we've said it, but like if you guys want to elaborate on it again.
Just keep your heart open and have your standards. There are standards in everything. If someone's first impression is not good, give them an opportunity to
to prove themselves the second time.
Yes, to give you a second impression. Because a lot of times the person too is also careful of you. Like with what Yemisi said about David, you understand?
Yeah.
Or what I also said about David reaching out to me. I think David was the nice one that was like reaching out. And I would never have reached out to someone on Nairaland.
Yeah.
You know. So like that, it speaks to the first and second impression, right?
Yeah.
And as a person, like, you know what you want. I think it's harder for people that are younger. But if you're above 25 and you're coming to a country, you've made friends before. You know the type of people you want in your circle.
Right?
Sure. And you have your eye on a goal. There's a long-term goal. You want to graduate. You want to get a good job. So you have to position yourself with people that have the same
kind of mentality,
the same type of goal, and just realize that everybody's learning. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody has the
manual. You will fight, but the important thing is that be able to come and say, I'm sorry for what I did. That's just what I would say. Like, just keep your heart open and like use your standards, but don't apply it too strictly, because like human beings are very different.
Yeah, and like would you say, people are all different. So when dealing with people, you understand that, I mean, you don't have the same expectations you have of yourself from someone else. Another thing to pay attention to is, if you want to have friends, it's very helpful to have, I don't say it's compulsory, but it's very helpful and it's advised that you have friends that you have common grounds with, maybe from, let's say, place of academics and stuff.
Religion, anything.
If that matters to you.
Family orientation.
Family orientation also. Very understand the difference between your friends and your contacts. Your friends are different from your colleagues at work. They are not your friends, they are colleagues. Right? So just learn to establish and maintain boundaries. It's very, very important.
But then you can still make friends at work.
You can make friends at work. I mean, but you should know when a friendship is brewing between you and someone.
For sure.
But at the same time, understand that there are boundaries.
Especially in this country.
Especially in this country. You need to.
There are some things you can't say. There are some things you cannot do. There's some fun that you can. There's some comments you can't pass.
Exactly. So.
And they are also nice. So it's easy to confuse politeness with friendship.
So what are your last words for my subscribers? Because a lot of people, I want to hear from the horse's mouth. Of course, we've told them how they should make friends. Nairaland, there are other Telegram groups. I don't know any, but of course there are some out there. Make sure that they are not these scam groups, or what they call them.
I think it's very helpful also, when it comes to making friends here in Canada, it's very helpful to go old school. When I mean going old school, you might be more of the new school person that would prefer meeting people online, but for me, old school still works.
Friends are be romantic affiliation.
Which one?
So I've been making friends.
Generally, I
don't used to make friends.
So for me,
online,
no, but Uju's own is different.
Uju's own is different, but my own is make out time to go on coffee chats and dates with people. It's helpful. Take them to a coffee shop, sit up a cup of coffee and have that conversation. If you have extra time, create time on weekends. Those people you want to bond with, go see a movie together. I think it helps you build friendships and also make decision, or make that decision around the people you want in your life and people you don't want. The whole online thing is good. It works for some people, but for me, I think old school still works. So be open, find yourself in a community, volunteer. If you're a Christian, find a church that works in your neighborhood.
If you're a Muslim, go to the mosque.
If you're Muslim, a Muslim community support groups in the community. Just locate them, identify with them, and be open, like what you said.
I have a question, and it's not part of the question I have for you people. But so now people know that we are mature people living in Canada, right? And people have this fear, because I got a question today saying, do I have fear of getting old without a partner? And there is already this notion of it's difficult to meet partners in Canada. So what do you guys think? I'm just throwing that one out here.
Depends on the source of your fear. What are you exactly scared of? Are you scared of not having someone enough to support you at the old age? There's old people.
No, that was me.
No, but that's true.
No,
it's income support. There's social service for you. So all these things. So see, the truth is that when you find yourself in a system that works, it's very easy for you to make the right decisions. You don't make decision of a partner or you do so you don't make decision of decisions about, let's say, the person you end up with on the basis of the person has good source of income.
Oh yeah, that's even a wrong one.
You're not playing Hunger Games.
Jesus.
Right? Forget about what people do maybe at home or what. You're not here to play Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You have sufficient income on your own. So that part of it is sorted. Old age.
But emotional, like loneliness.
Emotional support. Well, get yourself good friends. If you're Christian, go read your Bible, bro.
This book, like that, don't go work. I didn't delete that part. Let me ask my question again.
Okay.
Make una think I'm well. Okay.
So I can't go back to all those things again.
No.
So just take the emotional part. Let me.
Point of relationship.
It's that is from the point of relationship. Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that question wait the answer.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask my question again. Okay, so I have this last question for you guys. Someone sent a message to me today and I didn't reply the person because I didn't know what to respond, but I know that you guys may be able to do justice to it. So yeah, the person is asking, most likely because of our age group. So now the person said, what fear do I have about growing old without a partner in Canada? And then the person said, oh, knowing fully well that people have this notion of like not getting married early. Let's just say it as it is, not getting married early in Canada. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that notion is true? Do you think people should walk with that mentality?
Well, when we started this video, we just say the word about my visa. You say that delay is not denial. So it will come. Trust me.
Yeah.
Keep your mind open.
Yeah.
Don't entertain unnecessary fears.
Yeah.
Relating to relationships. If you see someone that you think you can work with, don't be scared to go walk up to the person. And I think many people out there actually are waiting for you to approach them.
Oh, as a lady?
Maybe I've not been a lady before, but then I think people are really waiting for
online
you to go
dating.
Be open to
what do you guys think? Online dating apps?
I'm not an online person. I'll still do old school. I'll take you on dates. I'll take you on dates.
Because let me tell you why I'm saying online dating, because since 2020 now, since the COVID period, a lot of people do not have that face-to-face communication with people, like meeting in the malls and all, right? So do you guys think people can still meet their partners online?
Yes.
I'll answer this one. I've gone on like 4 or 5 dates with people that I met online, and I think the major thing is that Nigerians, maybe it's our culture, or people have fears that have almost like indoctrinated in you right from when you were young. Like it feels like there's this deadline by which if you are not married you cannot get married, right? But at the end of the day, I said like those fears are limiting. If you are like myself, that is 30 and above, you are in Nigeria, you'd not see husband. There's no husband there. So why are you waiting for an imaginary person that did not come while you were still there? And you are using it to limit it with an imaginary chance that you will not meet somebody where you go. I always tell people, like, plan your life for you. Do what will make you happy. Will the move abroad help you in other parts of your life? That is the key thing for me. And when you come here, open your heart, I'm not saying everybody that comes to toast you should answer. You have your standards,
of course, the values, and
like I said, I like online dating. For me, it's fun because like we'll do the get to know, talk. If the conversation dies, you were good emotional support while it lasted. If we end up going for coffee and then the coffee turns into a dinner, awesome. But like when dating online, with my own experience, I always try to meet the person maybe within the first month, so that I can make my decision on whether or not I want to meet the person again. I don't like to drag out that, so it's almost like a combination of online and in person. You understand? And then the thing is that as you're in another country, we're a minority. In job application, I always tick that minority because black people are minority. So if you want to search within the minority, it's even harder because you understand the average migrant profile is, oh, I have a family back home, I want to come and make things better and bring my family. Well, understand? So a lot of the guys here have girlfriends and fiancés in Nigeria, waiting for them. You find yourself in a very funny situation. But the other people, they are Ghanaians, they are Kenyans, they are Gambians, they are Ugandans, they are Canadians.
Let's not even let's not even limit it to Africa.
Yes.
Like there are people who just be open-minded.
We have Mexicans, Ukrainians, like think wide. And if you are coming for school in, like for us, I said it in Yemisi's last video that we didn't really get that socialization so much because of COVID. Yeah. But now if you are coming, you have the opportunity to like meet people in your class. And the graduate class is not young here. I think like 30 and under, like the younger part of the class. You have a lot of people in their 40s, in their 50s, in their mid 30s, in their late 30s. You know, so in your classmates, interacting with other graduate students like yourself, you get to meet people. But like I said, if you do not marry in Nigeria, don't limit yourself from relocating because you want to marry.
Not enough.
If not, it's not enough. You find yourself in a very funny situation where if traveling abroad was something that you wanted to do and you limited it because of that, there's something that
you regret it.
There's something that someone always tells me, said that it's better you start something today because the next 2 years will still be the next 2 years.
Yes.
So it's better that you start it today and you see yourself in another place in the next 2 years than still be in that point in the next 2 years just because you are saying something has not yet aligned. So forward ever.
That's what I wanted to say. Number one, I don't think it's enough to stay back in your home country just because you have the fear that people are not here in Canada to get married to you. There are no partners. Another thing, like she said, while you are growing, I've seen a lot of stories online that when the person gets to the top as a lady, that's when somebody that can match her profile, you know, came to meet her and then they got married. Most of those relationships is even within 6 months because they both think, they both feel like, they've gotten what they need out of life and that's just the only thing. So I don't think it's enough to limit yourself back in your home country just because, you know, there is fear of whether you get married or not, because who told you might even see the person in your home country?
In your head
yes.
Keep your mind open. Know what works for you and what wouldn't work for you. Don't risk yourself because you think that this is the only opportunity you ever get. Don't go into an abusive relationship because there are certain red flags that you see, and of
red
course
flags are red flags.
Flags are red flags. Be able to identify them as a person. And
no excuse for red flags.
And then one other thing that helps you is to understand that if you are particular about, let's say, the Nigerian community here, as much as the Nigerian community is big, is closely knitted, is small, try to maintain a reputation.
Yes.
You don't want to be on everybody's lips for the wrong reason.
Rema. So because it's a very small community.
Spread.
So try to maintain a reputation and then stand by it. It will work for you.
Wisdom. Wow, that was so much wisdom packed in this video. Thank you so much for coming. What last words do you guys have for them?
Watch our advert. So
subscribe and watch advert. So don't skip.
It's our family money.
Yes. So what do you have to say?
Let's go out there and have fun and have safe fun.
Yes. Safe fun. Emphasis. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And finally, we have Uju and David, the most famous. If there's an English like that, the famous Uju and David on the channel today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.